Katie Joy revealed that she had made a report to FBI and local law enforcement regarding these threats or emails or whatever that she's been getting. If you're anything like me, you probably doubt much of her story. I mean, it's Katie. How can you not? So just for clarity, I wanted to read her own comments from this situation as it progressed throughout the year. And that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to start with the first two videos that she made regarding this shit for the year. And the first one was in January. I think it was January 31st to be exact. So as you can see here, this is the first video I'm pulling her comments from. So this video was uploaded on January 31st, 2024. So, breaking my silence. I am not stalking anyone, nor am I trying to silence any creators. Fraud alert. All right, and the first one we have says, hey, hey friends, I am only responding this because this situation is escalating and has become dangerous for many people. I'm not sending anyone any emails. I have no employees, and I have no relationship or contact with Charlotte MacGyver. All creators involved in this back and forth need to stop using my name because I have no involvement in this situation. Thank you to all of my followers for their unwavering support of my work. Please do not send hate to anyone discussed in this video. I called her Starla in my video, but her name is Charlotte. That's how much I don't know about her, even though further on down in the comments, she corrects someone on the spelling of Charlotte's last name, but that's how much she doesn't know about her. The creator is down the rabbit hole at that time. I don't know her, never met her. I don't even know her name. The other channel is Renelle Smith, who I don't know and have never spoke to in my life. The entire group is being spurred on by one person who has been egging these women on for years to harass me. This person has made horrific claims about me and has contributed to a lot of hate. But I ignore this person. That angers this person. Also, to be clear, and to the best of my knowledge, Charlotte is a victim in this situation. These creators are not the victims and have caused Charlotte great fear, according to my attorney in North Carolina. Charlotte and I happen to have the same attorney in North Carolina by complete chance, due to the fact that this woman lived in a small town and this attorney was the only one available on short notice. As part of my case, my attorney proved to the court that we were victims of their harassment. I'm sorry, what? As part of whose case? What attorney proved to what court? Victim of whose harassment? Because what your attorney argued was personal jurisdiction and won. No merits, no nothing else was argued or even addressed. So that would be a big fat lie. I did not speak to Charlotte with my attorney, and our cases were completely separate. She has a permanent restraining order against a man that is involved in this group. The same man that has been harassing me for almost 5 years. Thanks, Katie. Sorry this is happening. I'm so confused about the whole story, so looked up Renelle's channel and the rabbit one and got more confused. Decided I didn't need to know. I don't understand it or care to understand it. All I know is that I'm not involved, and using me continually to bring my name into it needs to stop. This isn't my drama. It's their made-up drama that somehow found its way to your page. By our doing? No, that would be by your doing. So it seems like you're trying to hijack our drama and make it your own. Someone here says, hi, Katie. I stopped watching Down the Rabbit Hole after they made comments about your child. I think she has issues. Many of these creators have been misled to believe, Many of these creators have been misled to believe that I neglect my son and that I abuse him. Where did she say that? Why are you talking? What? So you hear this person make a comment saying that Rabbit made comments about your child, and the first place your mind goes is that you neglect and abuse your son, or I'm sorry, that you don't. Okay. A little Freudian slip there, perhaps, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I'm not giving that opinion. I'm really not, but it's just kind of how it reads. Many of these creators have been misled to believe that I neglect my son and that I abuse him. I am the full-time worker, and my husband is the stay-at-home dad. I was stay-at-home mom until my son was 8. Then my husband and I switched roles. He was laid off during the pandemic. My channel took off, and we made the decision to do this together. Why are you giving all this? Why? Nowhere did anyone ask for this. Why are you giving this way detailed? Why are you going on and on in this response? Providing a bunch of information that wasn't even addressed or hinted at or insinuated or asked about. You're just sitting over here providing it free of charge. Well, I mean, not free of charge. I'm sure you get something out of it. My son is well cared for and has a wonderful dad that is with him while I work. He also goes to school because he's 11 and he's not home all the time. He has nothing to do with my channel, but continues to be my motivation, working as hard as I do for his future if I don't spend it all in legal fees first. Here, someone says, the video is called The Fight. She says the lady lives in Kansas. She mentions your name, saying things I can't repeat. And no, you've never said. You live in Minnesota, don't you? I'm confused. The strange thing is she never said what is actually going on. Are they scamming money? Katie replies, I live in Minnesota. I don't know the woman in Kansas. They believe this woman is my employee. She is not my employee. One of the people in their group is actually doing this to all of them, and it's not the woman in Kansas. It's one of the people they align with, and she's making it look like Charlotte's doing it. For someone who doesn't know anything about Charlotte, you sure seem to know a hell of a lot of shit here. Allegedly. I honestly stay out of it. I learned enough when I got brought into court by the woman in North Carolina, and that woman is beyond unstable. So here it seems that she reveals that she knows who is behind all this shit. And this was 5 months ago. No, I'm sorry. This was almost 6 months ago. So almost 6 months ago, Katie allegedly knew who was behind it. And she kind of revealed it here. I don't know why she's not just naming the person publicly. Why can't she say the name? It's almost like she wants to drop enough hints so that we'll do her dirty work for her and we'll say the name. And then we'll start arguing amongst ourselves about it. Yeah, that didn't really work out for you that well this time, did it? No. Next we have, what is up with all the drama surrounding her? I had to read that like Seinfeld. Surrounding me? I've been targeted by a malignant narcissist and members of cults that I cover. So now it's a malignant narcissist and the cult members. Okay. To which someone says, seriously, it's crazy. I'm not against you, LOL. Sorry you don't like my word choice. I'm guessing they mean word choice. Katie then says, a bunch of people have created drama about me. It's not my actual drama because I don't know any of them. They are just accusing me of doing things that I haven't done. Someone then says, so you don't know the actual person is behind this? Do you know if the person actually exists? Could it be someone you report on? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. People are sick. The internet can be a dangerous place. To which Katie says, the person is real. Her name is Charla, and she's a real person. Oh, so Charla's behind everything now? Now Katie's blaming Charla. Okay. But I don't know her. She was apparently a follower of mine that I blocked. She accused me of child abuse, so I blocked her. I don't have a relationship with her in any capacity, and I don't speak to her. I just DM'd with her for a while. Shit. Someone then says, she's definitely got issues. I pray she can be convinced to leave you alone. See, this person's talking about Charlotte. So what else am I to believe other than Katie saying Charlotte's behind everything? Katie then says, I don't know that she has issues though. Okay. Honestly, she's not harassing them. It's the other way around. One of the people in the group, I know who, is doing this to all of them and pretending like she's also a victim. I only know this because of what I went through in November. So now these are comments to the following video. The video that came after the one on January 31st, which was this one here called Enough is Enough. I'm done keeping silent. This has to stop. Dated February 12th, 2024. So that means almost 2 weeks later, this is now going to give you an idea of where Katie's state of mind was regarding this situation. She says, hey friends, somebody already said, keep your private life private. What I'm doing today is speaking up for a former subscriber that is experiencing what I have. And I want to use my voice to not only defend her, but also help others understand the trouble many people are experiencing. If I can use my voice for good, I'm going to use it. If that offends you, I'm truly sorry. But I can't keep this on my heart and not do anything. I won't let her feel alone as I have. I didn't include in this video that this group has falsely reported me to the police, FBI, and CPS. I've had police at my home almost a dozen times over false reports of abuse and neglect by this group. I've never done this to anyone. So anyone claiming that this is high school drama, I don't believe stalking and harassing someone who doesn't respond, asks people to stop, seeks a restraining order, and still deals with this to this day is somehow my fault. That's victim shaming. I have a right to share my side and stick up for anyone that is stalked. We have security cameras and have had to work with local law enforcement to manage this and have had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on litigation. I'm not the one doing this, and I won't be gaslit that I'm somehow causing this to happen simply for existing. That's it. That's why this is happening. Simply because she walks this earth. It has nothing to do with any of the shit that she says or does, or how she directs all this mob of people to cancel people, to hate on people, to harass people. That's not why people are upset. It's simply because she breathes the air around us. That's it. Okay. These creators that are currently harassing an innocent woman are already looking to another creator to try to pain me negatively. Please beware, Katie. Katie then says, they have called CPS police, reported us to the city, sent police to our home multiple times, contacted my husband's friends that received threats at their business to make sure that they really received threats, to which I say that's bullshit because she's talking about me there. No, I did send them an email after Katie made all of these claims of these very violent voicemails that were left for her. She then said that they weren't being reported. So I then emailed the brewery and I said, can I ask why you're not reporting these? I mean, holy shit, if this were my colleagues or my associate's wife, I'd want that shit reported. I wouldn't want to see anything happen to her, because at the time I kind of thought she might be telling the truth, maybe. And I didn't want to see anything bad happen to her. Well, you can bet your ass that Katie made sure that shit never happens again. We don't have to worry about me making that same mistake. Anyway, that's why I emailed. And that's exactly what I said. Received threats. Went to police to get my R report. No, I didn't go anywhere. I just sent an email. Monetized a redacted R report. It was never monetized. And outed me as a protective victim. I'm going to include here in the description a Google Drive folder that has all of the posts, all of the videos, all of the live streams that Katie put up the week before I made the decision to obtain this report. Because the reason why I obtained this report was because of all the lies and the slander and the way she was trying to professionally ruin this investigator who took her report, who investigated her report. And she didn't say anything about this way back at the time. She waited 13 years and then said shit to a huge platform on YouTube and sent people on Twitter at the police department, which I found nothing to substantiate any of the claims she made against this police officer. So she was just trying to ruin this man's reputation, his career, over nothing. So yeah, I'm going to share a link to everything that she did during that week that depicts exactly what I just described. Go check it out. And then tell me how I outed her as a victim, when I don't really think that there's any more information I could get regarding her report, only regarding the police officer's actions. So, outed me as a protective victim. There is so much. They've contacted my neighbors, friends, family. They stalk my family members' social media. Kind of like what you did with Tati Westbrook when you were trying to find her father and see if he worked for the mob or if he was dead or whatever. Okay. I guess, if if you're someone in social media, you got to expect that, especially if you're talking and picking apart everyone else's life, I guess you got to kind of expect some of the same shit to come back on you. They have called the hospital when my son was in the hospital to report me for taking photos in his room, which isn't against the rules. Though I did not call the hospital, and I don't know anyone who did. I do remember when all this went down. I don't think that that's why people called. I think people might have called because she was on a live stream after live stream after live stream in like just a 24-hour period that her son was in the hospital. And she started sharing all of this information about the patients on this and the kids were there around her son's room and about their families. Just all this like identifying information. If you were from the area, probably you might have known them. And that's all you had to do was listen to her stream to know that their medical issues, you know. So I think that might be why people called. I don't know. Next we have, what I've noticed is that bullies seem to accuse people of what themselves are actually doing. Take note. To which Katie says, well, I'm not doing what they're doing. I promise you. Chill there. I don't think that she was accusing you, although now she might. Someone then says, this story is beyond insane. Hope this situation finishes soon. Can't wait for the new videos after your office makeover. I know. I could not believe it once I started seeing what was happening. I was shocked and horrified, which is why I needed to speak up because this has happened to me too, but I'm public. She's not. See, it's not my drama, but you bitch your ass it is now. Someone says, you are correct on your timing. There is an episode of my podcast from whatever discussing Mr. McCreep attacking Katie in real time. I'm thrilled that you are still standing up to Steve and the McCrazies. Fuck them. They're just jealous. They're just, okay. To which Katie says, this video may seem like drama, but people from this time know what he's doing is criminal at this point. Sure. Too bad those who investigate crimes just don't agree with you there. His behavior is becoming more and more deranged with every passing year. Funny, because he's not the one out fucking accusing you of all kinds of shit or filing shit against you and all your friends or whatever. Well, even if you had him online, on YouTube, I mean. I'm sure you have him in real life, but you don't seem to have him here. Someone then says, I don't get why the rabbit and friends are still acting like petty girls in high school. We are adults, and YouTube needs to put a stop to it. Yeah, YouTube, how dare you let people have free speech on your platform? What the fuck? Plus, I don't get why the rabbit is fighting other people's battles. When I say these people are acting like 15-year-olds, I might be giving them too much credit. I stopped watching the rabbit when her content went from covering reality TV to bullying other content creators. I was relieved to get away from the pettiness in high school, but here we are, right back in it with Rabbit and her friends. To which Katie says, no, this is me sticking up for someone that is being bullied by Steve and is a victim. Damn it, C. Miller. Fucking get it right. God. Someone then says, also the rage I feel when people use supposed mental illness as a weapon. To which Katie says, I know. The way they are weaponizing Charlotte's mental health makes me physically ill. He weaponizes mental health and trauma. So now she's back to blaming Steve, it seems. Okay. Not the woman in North Carolina. Okay. Someone here says, wow, wow, wow. So sorry this is happening to you and Charlotte. This is as crazy as Sister Wives. To which Katie says, it's kind of cult-like, and I don't like seeing it happen to other people. It should only happen to me. Why are they paying attention to other people? Someone here says, sorry you had to go through this. Being a channel with a decent amount of subscribers, it unfortunately makes you a target. Maybe now it's over and they will move on. To which Katie says, he's been doing this to me since I had 5,000 subs. Has nothing to do with my size. This person here says, these people are beyond pathetic. I don't know how you handle all this internet hate without becoming unhinged yourself. Stick around, dude. Stick around. These people wouldn't have any content without you, just like Charlotte. She made a whole channel based on hating you. Made an ass of herself. Love you and your content. To which Katie says, she was part of his group. It all goes back to him, which is bullshit. She was never a part of, like, Steve's group. Unirocks, maybe, but not Steve's. Someone here says, did you sue these people at any time? Katie says, well, restraining order against Steve in 2020. ROs against 2 of his mods in 2021. He filed a retaliatory lawsuit against me for taking out ROs against his mods, which this is mostly bullshit. She had a TRO against Steve in 2020, which was dropped, which she withdrew when she approached Steve ultimately with a deal to where neither one of them could talk poorly about the other person for 1 whole year. You know, that's it. And she let it go. She just stopped being afraid and let the abuse of her son go, apparently. The ROs against 2 of his mods, only one person, I think, was his mod. And she also withdrew that one because she tried to bully that person into agreeing to some outrageous agreement and a settlement. And the other person said, fuck no, to which Katie then withdrew her complaint. But the remaining one, I don't know what happened there because that wasn't a mod. I don't know. And I believe that his lawsuit came before these ROs, though I'm not positive, and I'm not going to go look. I think so. I'm not going to go look right now, but I think so. I don't know. Oh, this is small writing. This person says, hey, I get that this is stressful and that you're trying to clear your name. However, you doxed Rabbit when you gave her full name to include her maiden name. Not cool. Katie says, false. So then this person comes back and says, not really sure what you mean here. If you're saying that sharing the information does not constitute doxing, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. I think a lot of people would agree that it is doxing. On the other hand, if you are saying you didn't do it, she played a video of you doing just that on her channel. Of course, she claimed yesterday that she was taking her channel down, so that video and all others may no longer be there. In any case, good luck to you. Katie then says, her name was listed on her GoFundMe that she shared. It was available where it said, contact the organizer. It was also found on her Facebook page. Her Facebook page had photos of her real life, and many people in the comments tagged her real name, and she responded. See, Katie just happened to stumble across this information. It's not like she had to go digging deep for it or anything. Come on. She was not doxed. Doxing would be revealing private information that is not publicly available. Legally, doxing does not include someone's name. Doxing, by definition, includes releasing private information about someone with malicious intent as a form of harassment or cyberbullying. Examples of doxing include sharing a home address, workplace, personal phone number, social security number, bank account, yada, yada, okay, or private correspondence. Private correspondence. It's only doxing if within that private correspondence there's personal identifying information, which Katie did to me by sharing a private email that I sent her as opposed to a public email. I mean, okay, here's the thing. It's internet. It's data that you're putting out there into the world. You can't really expect much right to privacy, I think. Anyway, personal private photos or embarrassing and private personal details. So remember all those stories you told about the one kid in high school who like threw up or some shit like that or shit his pants? That would be doxing him. Anyway. This group of people shared Charlotte's phone number in a group chat on social media. Charlotte was forced to change her phone number. They also obtained a copy of Charlotte's driver's license, which was later posted on the dark web, which I'm not alleging Katie had anything to do with. Where on the dark web? How? Why? Like, I need more information than that because that just sounds like a bunch of bullshit. I did not share her name for malicious intent. The fuck you didn't. You sure as fuck did. I shared her name so that she knew that I would be contacting her and that if this continued, my attorneys would contact her. In other words, I shared her name so that she knew that I knew all fucking about her. Yeah, bitch. Katie uploaded a video and shared a private email that I sent to her. The email correspondence was not public. She did not request my permission to share the email. I believed that she would share this email. Well, then what are you bitching about? In my email to her, I did not threaten, harass, or intimidate. In other words, you expected her to share it, so therefore you were sure not to threaten, harass, or intimidate her. Good on you. I made no demands. I asked her to take down the videos. Despite her sharing this email, I'm not going to accuse her of doxing me. Well, because she didn't. Okay. On Instagram, I shared my experience with a group of people. In her video, she claimed that I was speaking about her. I never said that she sent me threats. I know she is not the originator of the threats. I know exactly who sent the threats, and it is someone in that group. I also never said that she was involved with Steve from the beginning. I explained how she got involved in my video on YouTube. It's strange that she ignored my entire YouTube video and instead focused on the Instagram video. She has publicly accused me of crimes such as stalking, harassment, and using an employee to harass her by proxy. Well, at least you're admitting that she might be an employee. But why would using an employee be illegal? What the fuck? Which is not true. She has compared me cult leaders that have been accused of fraud and human trafficking. It's not like she said the other cult leaders were more appealing or anything, right? She said that I doxed her family. This is not true. I didn't share any information about her family. She has shared information about my child and husband on her social media, though. It's right here I can't help but notice that she says that the information was shared as if it's common knowledge, not that it was posted or exposed. I never told her to take down her channel. I asked her to stop talking about me in a negative way. Because you just can't talk negatively about people on YouTube. Come on. I encouraged her to continue to make her content that she had been making prior to fixating on me. So I just tried to dictate exactly how she should run her channel, what she should put up on her channel. Like, how dare she not let me do that? I complimented her. I even said something nice. Fuck. And told her that my subscribers loved her prior to this change in behavior. Katie creates a GoFundMe and accused me having a woman stalk her to try to take her down. What the fuck? She claimed that she was being taken to court because of me. In her video, she refused to acknowledge that this woman was not tied to me. I have shared an affidavit from my attorney which details my business information and confirms that I have no employees. I have shared exactly how Charlotte was connected to me. She was a former subscriber. That was it. And someone I used to DM with, but that's it. The problem with her response is she did not take any responsibility for the false allegations she spread and instead deflected. She made 42 plus videos about me on her channel, hundreds of comments, discussed me on numerous panels and channels, enjoyed hate groups about me. How dare you think you can just do whatever you want on social media and talk to whoever you want and say what you want? I responded over the weekend and this week, and despite her actual harassment of me, she is claiming my response is harassment. Most importantly, Charlotte is not stalking Katie. That's a flat-out lie. That is called deflection. So much drama over some silly stuff, in my opinion. Sounds like everyone forgot to grow up after junior high. Katie then replies, I haven't done anything but death threats, swatting, and stalking. It's not junior high. That's criminal. So there you have it. Katie admits it. She hasn't done anything but death threats, swatting, and stalking. And it's not junior high. It's criminal. What more do we need? Seriously, what are we still doing here? Have you ever considered that people associated with the AUB could possibly be behind this in some way? It also sounds like woke people who, when disagreed with, try to cancel you. Katie then says, the people involved in this group are not AUB. Get back in your lane. This person here says, this is an obsession. There has got to be some kind of legal recourse you can take. I do wonder if they are working for one of the religious cults you've reported on. To which Katie then continues with this fucking novel. Steve is not affiliated with any religion. Some of the women that he gets involved with are either current or former members of various fundamentalist groups. What? I was raised Catholic and I'm agnostic now. Okay. I've noticed that because I tend to be more politically and socially liberal, not like them. Many of these women are more conservative in their views. Trash. This does not mean that my conservative followers are like these women, though she is saying that you are, though, in her opinion. Only that these women all tend to be more on the conservative spectrum. I think a lot of their dislike of me relates to my views on social issues, along with the fact that I am an atheist, which is strange because Steve claims to be agnostic. Steve is very socially conservative. One of the primary reasons I blocked him in 2019, before he ever started going after me, was due to his transphobic rhetoric and dead naming of various trans women in the community. He even went as far as to post whatever. His business partner, Kyle, was a gay man. Wow. That's all you were to her, Kyle. That's all you were, was just a gay man. Kyle was a really nice guy, well, a nice gay man. But was also dealing with substance abuse issues. He would have periods of complete sobriety, but toward the end of their time together, Kyle had relapsed. This made him become very unreliable. He also lied to a lot of us about what was going on behind the scenes. He left YouTube and hasn't been back. Steve got the channel back through a lawsuit. I haven't spoken to Kyle or any of the other co-hosts or guests in years. I haven't spoken to Steve since September 2019 in either email or DM exchange. I can't remember which, but it was the last time I had any contact. Okay. And that's it. So that is it for those two videos from January 31st and February 12th. Let's move on. Okay, so the next stream where really there's any of her comments that kind of reference this that I can see anyways. I didn't check all of her streams, just the ones within the title that reference this. Would be the one on May 28th, titled, "My Secret Fight, Broken, Exposed, and Scared to Be on Camera Because of This." And the one comment on this stream is someone says, "These offenders who sue and come after you are trying to trigger you, like that crazy YouTuber who talks about you as her channel content. Congratulations on the premiere. I look forward to watching it." To which Katie says, "There are at least 4 content creators right now posting specifically for the cult." So she's probably one of them. Okay, so then the next stream is from June 17th, a few weeks after that May one there. And that one is titled, right here, "My Sunday morning swatting nightmare. False FBI reports filed to have me arrested in retaliation," from June 17th. So, and here we have just a couple of them. Someone says, "These must be the same people who tried to disparage Katie Joy on the Reddit Sister Wives community a few months ago. They were unhinged, and the mods had enough of their BS and laid down the law about the disruption. Keep fighting against this evil, Katie, but be safe. These people are sick." To which Katie says, "Very similar, and these are the same bots and content creators in all the forums of the shows, of all the shows that I cover." Okay. This one says, "Are the other creators who contributed to the Netflix series also being targeted, do you know?" Katie then says, "Well, they've been harassing Kelly Wilking, Miranda's mom. They were tagging her relentlessly and DMing her that I was going to have Miranda killed." So in other words, yeah, they were kind of harassing Kelly, the mom, but only because they had to do with me. Mm-hmm. So, and then lastly, we have one more stream from June 28th, titled, "I've had the most unnerving, terrifying 2 weeks of my life. Everything has gotten worse." And here are the screenshots and comments from that. "Hey there. I have no reason to lie about any of this." Who the fuck said that? Okay. I'm not showing receipts because 2 law enforcement agencies have the receipts, and it's an ongoing investigation. I'm not naming names for that reason. I met with 2 FBI agents and local law enforcement. All of this is being taken very, very seriously. The amount of resources this person has wasted is astronomical. There are state and federal crimes being investigated. Cases take time to build. I'm not lying, and I won't be gaslit on my own platform. For those being supportive, thank you. Someone says, I seen something this morning. Can't remember who, but she said you were threatening LB. I think that was her name. I didn't even listen to it. Was just looking for a podcast to listen to. I myself love you. I get excited when I get a notification. I'm so sorry this is happening. I feel for your son. That's going way too far. Katie says, nope, I haven't sent threats to anyone. The person doing this made fake email accounts in my name. Law enforcement, both state and federal, have the names of who is involved. Someone says, me as well, I dropped down the rabbit hole. I think that was about rabbit. Someone says, jealousy. Katie says, it's not her. She's associated with this group, and she's being gaslit by them about me. See, it's about her. Someone says, I know she used to call herself Backwoods Barbie. Now she calls herself Amanda, I believe. She doesn't like you at all, in my opinion. Katie says, she isn't the person doing this. Why is she so sure? How is she so sure? This is that rabbit hole chick, isn't it? She has it in for you. Hang tough, Katie. A lot of people are experiencing exactly this type of harassment / targeted individuals / gang stalking, especially investigative reporting like you do. Keep up the bravery and be safe. Katie says, she's not the one, but she's definitely associated with the person doing this. Someone says, is it Cece Suarez or Bedtime Rabbit or both? Katie says, Rabbit for sure is tied to this person. Quick little voiceover here as I look for the next screenshot. I found that last comment to be particularly interesting now, having heard it again. She's saying that Rabbit is for sure tied with this person, but not Cece Suarez. But I thought that it was this person and this group of people that convinced Cece Suarez to do this hit piece on Katie Joy, was it not? So how is Cece Suarez not tied in with this group or this person? Says, they were talking about you in the gypsy community. Some Kate girl feels you did her wrong, and some agree. I have no idea what they're talking about. They also said you were supporting Gypsy, which I thought was gross, but that's all I've seen. Katie says, I didn't bully that woman. I spoke to her one time. I can't help you. Someone says, I hope the rabbit gets what she deserves. This is ridiculous, and she is out of control. She is the one sending all this nasty and hateful stuff out there. She wouldn't have any content if she stopped talking about Katie. I hope it's kind of like how Katie wouldn't have any content if she stopped talking about the Duggars, sister wives. I hope it stops and they leave Katie, her family, and neighbors alone. Just think about all the stuff they're doing is downright crazy. Katie says, Rabbit isn't sending the threats. Come on, people. Get it right. Someone says, what the heck are you talking about? Who are they? Katie says, I'm not saying their name. I'm just going to give you all the identifying information, little tidbits of information here possible, so you can then say the name for me. You can do my dirty work, and then you guys can all fight about it amongst yourselves while I just sit back here and smile. How'd that work out for you this time when you tried to do that? Because it doesn't look like you succeeded this time. Wonder why. All right, that's all I have. I'm just going to end this here for now, because I might want to add to it. So now it's time for member shoutouts, and as you can see, I took my makeup off, and I'm a ghost. I'd like to thank
Sassy Nas, Elizabeth Broadna, DC, Betty Jade, Tex Max Max Thunderclap, Fayette, Edward Catbush, Sarah Godfrey, Maps Cat, Cheryl, Mr. Black Wolf, Hank Texas, Brenda Smith, Estella Havisham, Lazy Wolf, Queen Donnie, Tequila Alive in Me, Mina Rue, Linda Reese, Channel's been deleted, Indigo Halo, Nana Hawk, Leah, Sean Coffey, Cheryl Tobiason, Crafty Florida Lady, Cicada Bear, Sassy Elmo, Flying Mom Laura, Berber, Verillion, Purple Dragon Show, I'm Fucking Reagan, Osbald, Sunny D, Gingerard, and Poodlerific. Thank you for joining, thank you everyone for watching. I look like a giant faux condom.